Hi there everyone and welcome to this week's Facebook Live. My apologies, I'm actually on, just adjusting a light, on a little bit, a few minutes late. So I suddenly looked at the time and it was 8 o'clock. So I have got some new product to share with you from the new mini catalogue and celebration. So I kind of rushed to get my phone set up. So I hope it's okay. Before I share those things with you, just a couple of reminders. The Designer Series paper special release has started. So these are 3 Designer Series papers from previous years, but they have just refreshed the colour scheme with them. So some of these might look familiar. I don't have these to share with you yet. Once I get them, I will share them with you though. Next thing, monthly card class. Registration is now open for December. Registration does close for this class on the 20th. This is the class that comes to you. So if you're interested in that, you will find the link on my Facebook page. Free class, even though I won't be doing the free class live for December, because it's only a few days before Christmas, I'll share the video with that. To qualify for a free class, so you place an order during December, so $50 or more, you'll qualify for the free class in January. So it kind of runs a month behind. What else have I got to share with you? Mini catalogue celebration launch coming up in mid-January. So I will be setting up Facebook events for that. So please keep an eye out for that. Okay, let's get on and let me share with you some new product. So I can't actually show you the inside of the catalogues yet, but I can tease you a little bit. New mini catalogue, celebration. I can share the products in it, but I just can't actually share what's inside the catalogue. So this is what I'm going to be working out of. I love the celebration catalogue. It's kind of got that retro feel to it. All right, so let me share with you the card that I'm going to make, but I'm actually going to make this card using some different products to make it into a more masculine card. So this is the card that I'm going to be sharing with you. As I mentioned, it is going to be a more masculine card. So I've just chosen some different Designer Series paper. This is a new stamp set from the mini catalogue, which is called With You in Mind. Okay. What I love about this stamp set, which is this one just here, really nice bold sentiments and a couple of very simple images that you can create some really nice cards. So with that bold sentiment, that is the feature of the card. I've added a little bit of Designer Series paper in the background and the cupcake from the stamp set. And I'm going to show you how to make that very simple little cupcake multicolored. It is a nice, simple design of a card, but it can be replicated over and over again using different products. Hi Mandy, thank you for joining me. So that is the card I'm going to share with you, but as mentioned, in different colours. So let me just pop the stamp set aside. The paper I've used on this is actually celebration paper. So this is paper that you can earn in January and February with a $100 purchase. It's called Bloom Impressions, 12 by 12 size paper. You get 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 designs, and this is free with a $100 purchase. And I love the colours in this. Nice, vibrant colours and really nice, vibrant patterns. So let me go through and share with you each side of these papers. So there's a really great colour range in here. You've got everything from blues through purples, greens, pinks. Okay, so some of them are quite busy patterns. And also you've got yellows in there. If you're a purple person, this is a really pretty paper. It's a little bit of a busier pattern, but because they're tones of purple and white, it's not so bad. Whereas this one has got the multiple colours. So it does look to be a little bit busier. Okay, so that's that one side. Let me show you the reverse side, which these are amazing. Some of these papers have like a watercolour wash. So this is Azure Afternoon, which is one of the brights. There's some Mango Melody in there. Sorry, not Mango Melody. Melon Mumbo. Mango Melody's been gone a little while. Lost Lagoon. Got some peach pie. some of the purples as well. So that is a little bit more of, I'm going to say Blackberry Bliss, just different tones, and Shy Shamrock. So really the reverse side is just amazing as well. So this is the packet of paper that I used to make this card. I'm going to show you another packet of paper. So this is Celebration paper. The card that I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a little bit more masculine, because sometimes we make lots of pretty stuff, but we forget about the guys. So the papers that I'm using for this is called Timeless Plaid. It does come in 6x6. You get 12 different designs. Of course, they're double-sided designs. You get 4 of each, which gives you a total of 48 sheets, $21.75. Okay, so there's just, yeah, these are really amazing papers too. So you'll see them in use in just a moment. So let me go through and show you the patterns. So you do have some blues and greens through it. There's also some browns in there too. So versatile, masculine, some of them are a little bit more feminine, and you can't go wrong with a simple plaid or plaid, just depending on where you are. It looks like there's a little bit of calypso coral in there, so it does have some pieces with a little bit more vibrancy in it. And there's Misty Moonlight, which is a blue, and also you've got your browns in there too. So there's a couple of different ones in there. I think there's Pecan Pie and possibly Early Espresso. Let me show you the other side. So the other side just gives you more of a check type pattern. So we've got the greens, the blues, the Calypso Coral, which is sort of an orangey tone. Okay, so these are, again, nice and versatile, just a little less colourful than the reverse side. So let me just shuffle these along. So these are, again, really, really versatile. And of course, some of these you can use on cards for women as well. So let me make this card for you. So then I've got the 2 different ones to share with you. All right, let's pop that aside. So what I brought out, I've got my card base, which is half a sheet of A4, which I'm using the thick white. And if anyone happens to be watching and you've left me a comment, I do apologize. I'm not seeing any comments scrolling through, but I will get back and respond. But thank you ahead of time for commenting. I've got 2 pieces of Misty Moonlight, and these measure 10 centimeters by 14.4. I have 2 pieces of white, which measure 9.5 by 13.9. I've cut off a strip, 4 centimeter strip off one side of the Designer Series paper. And again, you can use either side. I like this side. It's got just a little bit more color to it. I have got just an off-cut strip for me to stamp my cupcakes on. I have got my pre-cut diamond shape, which I was going to bring the dies over. These are called, I think, Everyday Essentials, I think, or Nested Essentials. So you get diamonds, you get a banner and a rectangle, and it does have that nice stitched detail. And I've also got a strip, off-cut strip of, which is about a 1.5 centimeters. That is Early Espresso, which is one of the colors in the paper. So let's get started making this card. And as mentioned, I am making the same card just for a bloke. And with the nice bold sentiments, as I mentioned before, there's not a lot that you actually need to add to your cards. I think this one, though, is going to very quickly become a new favourite. The font is really nice, and I really like a nice bold sentiment. Okay, so folding the card in half. First thing I'm going to do is stick my strip of Early Espresso behind the piece of Designer Series paper. And so I don't make a mess with that, I'm going to be using some of this thinner double-sided tape that you will have seen me use multiple times. And it's just no mess at all when you're sticking something down that's a little bit thin. So peeling up the strip, and I'm going to then line this up. I want maybe 1/2 centimetre showing of the early espresso. Okay, so this is a little long for the piece of cardstock I'm putting onto. So I will be, of course, doing some trimming up. So that will sit across the bottom there. So I've got Stamp and Seal, which I use a lot. And of course, my reminders as always with your Stamp and Seal, a little tick, not too much pressure. Okay, so I'm going to line this up along the bottom, and I've got some trimming up to do. You can use scissors, or you can grab a paper trimmer, or I've got the little guillotine, which is really great for these little trimming jobs. I'll go to one side and do the next. Pop that aside. And there you have that element ready to go. So I am going to be sticking these two pieces together, and I'm just going to use a little bit of Stamp and Seal. Okay, so just to let you know that this, I think I might have mentioned it a little bit earlier, but this will be my last Facebook Live for this year. As I mentioned, I have got the free class coming up. I'm going to do a video to share with you on that, just so I can do it ahead of time, just to give me a little bit more time to get ready for Christmas. And I've got lots of baking and cooking that I usually do leading into Christmas. So I just need that little bit of extra time to get that done. So yeah, so I won't be back here next week to do a Facebook Live, but I promise I'll be continuing to share throughout the next few weeks, and of course early into the new year as well. Okay, so I've got some mini dimensionals, which I've just used, of course, my take your pick tool, and stab into the back of those little covers to flick them up nice and quickly. Okay, so now this design of the card is really quite simple. It's a card design that I use fairly regularly. It's just how you dress it up that makes it look a little bit different. Okay, so onto the card front with dimensionals. Next, I've got a little bit of stamping and a little bit of fussy cutting to do. So I'm hoping I'm going to stamp the sentiment on this a little straighter than what I did on my original card. I've actually stamped the sentiment straight, not stuck it on straight. But that's okay. I'm living with that. Okay, so I've got Misty Moonlight, which is the same blue as my matte. And again, I'm not seeing comments pop up, so I do apologise. I'm not ignoring anybody at all. So just before I stamp on my piece of cardstock, I'm just going to grab a piece of copy paper just to make sure I'm happy with how that's stamping. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. It's inked it nicely. Okay. Can I stamp this a little bit straighter? We will try. I think I just wrecked it. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, so let me see if I can do, let me do it on the reverse side and see if I do better. Just lose a little bit of the detail. I think that's okay. I'll live with that. So once that's stuck on, we won't notice underneath. Okay, just remember there's always two sides of every piece of cardstock. Okay, I do need to stamp the cupcake little stamp, which It's just this little one here. I'm going to be stamping this twice, once in Crumb Cake, which is a light brown, and once in Mossy Meadow. So, got my first cupcake, and I just need to grab, I don't have my cleaner over here, but I have got a tissue and some stamping mist just to clean my stamp off very quickly before I have to put it into the Misty Moonlight. So there you have your 2 cupcakes to be cut out. So with the crumb cake cupcake, gosh, try saying that 3 times fast. I'm going to be stamping the whole, cutting the whole cupcake out. With the Misty Moonlight cupcake, I'm only going to be cutting out the icing bit at the top. Now, unfortunately, there are no dies, or if there are dies for this, I haven't found them, so they might be in the box still. So I'm going to just do a fussy cut. I said there could well be dies for this. I just didn't look carefully enough. So with the fussy cutting, I do recommend using the paper snip scissors because these are just amazing to use. And they can be resharpened, and all of mine get very well used. So a lot of my scissors do need to go in to get that edge cleaned up. Okay, so as I mentioned, it doesn't take too long at all to cut out each piece of the cupcake. So with the blue cupcake, I'm going to be cutting just around this top section. The cupcake base, you could keep that to use for another card. Hi Erica and hi Angelica, thank you for joining me. I am now getting some comments through, which is nice, because I'd hate to think anyone thinks that I would ignore them, because I think last week I had trouble with comments as well. Okay, so again, another very quick fussy cut around the top of the cupcake. I've got a feeling I'm going to be cutting a lot of these cupcakes out over the next 4 or 5 months. And I'm going to be then placing the little ice top of the cupcake onto the base using some dimensionals. Now, if you want to, you can stick this just straight down. It is, stick it down flat with a little bit of double-sided tape or Tombow. But I just want to add a little bit of dimension, so I am using some dimensionals behind it. Okay. And then we've just got that layer over the top. And this technique is called paper piecing. Now, don't be mistaken. It's not paper piercing. Okay, that's something different. This is paper piecing. So that's how that is going to look. Okay, next I'm going to be using some dimensionals to stick my messed up stamp. For those who didn't see earlier, I actually really messed up the first side. So I'm putting dimensionals on this side. Okay, so again, I'm going with the mini dimensionals. And I'm hoping that the stamp on this flip side won't show up too much once it's on the card. We'll wait and see. Okay. The only difference with these die cuts is the reverse side, the detail isn't quite as good. Okay, so this is going on to, oh, it does show up a little bit. I might end up redoing this one. It's not too bad, just an ever so slight shadow. If you wanted to, you could leave that card as is, but I'm going to be putting the cupcake just off to one side. I'm going to put a dimensional under this corner of the cupcake here. which is just going to go around about there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape underneath the top section of the cupcake. That way, with this being stuck over the top of the tag, it actually sits quite nice and flat. Okay, so I've got that. And I think I'll use just a little drop of Tombow. And I do recommend using Tombow quite sparingly, otherwise you end up getting that bit of ooze. Okay, so my cupcake is going to go on there. And I'm not going to do the bow. Being a more masculine card, I think I'm going to go in with some of these. These are called Basic Grey and Smoky Slate Pearls. And these are in the annual catalogue. But I think I'm going to go, oops, I've just got to get, before I lose these little pearls, I'll put these couple back in. I think I'm going to use the lighter grey pearl, so the Smoky Slate Pearl in the little. And I'm going to do this just a little differently. I'm not sure if you just saw what I did then. I think I had it off to one side. So these are the pearls. So you have the Smoky Slate, which is the lighter grey pearls, and the Basic Grey is the darker, and they do come in 2 sizes on each sheet. So there we have that card, and very simple to finish off the inside. I do have my second piece of Misty Moonlight and white. And again, I am just using my Stampin' Seal to stick these two together. And some more Stampin' Seal to complete the inside. There we go. So the exact same card, just made 2 ways, both with mistakes. One where I got happy birthday stamped crooked, and the other one didn't stamp it very well the first time. So that is how quick and easy some of these cards can be to make, and it's just using the same basic designs and just changing them up. So you can use the same design for masculine or feminine cards. Just change up your designer series paper and the colours you're using. That's all I got for you for tonight. Very, very quickly, if you missed earlier, my reminders. A mini catalogue celebration launches in mid-January. Catalogues are available now. I do have a couple left, but I'll be placing an order for more tomorrow. Also, there is free shipping until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night. So that is Wednesday, the 11th of December. There's free shipping, and also today. So if you don't have $65 order to place for yourself, please get your orders to me. I can put them together as a workshop order and still get free shipping for everyone. Okay, so the free class, that's next week. Qualify for that and order $50 or more. Monthly card class, this is one that does come to you. You will get a written tutorial and also a video tutorial to make 2 cards. And you can do this one at home. Registration does close on the 20th. And I'm planning to have all the kits in the mail on the 21st. So that hopefully you'll have them by Christmas. But these will be really great cards to make between Christmas and New Year. Finally, the special release designer series paper. Old patterns just been revamped with new colour selection. So thank you so much everyone for watching me, and of course for everyone who's been watching me all year long. I do appreciate you taking the time each week to get on and watch my videos, and of course to leave comments. So I will say I'll probably see some of you and hear from some of you between now and Christmas, but I will wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a really wonderful New Year. I'm going to be back in early January doing Facebook Lives again. As I mentioned, any questions or anything like that, I am going to still be available. I'm just not going to be doing lives for a number of weeks. So thanks so much, everyone. Thank you, Erica, Mandy, Angelica, and anyone else who's watching. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you all in the new year. So I hope you, as I mentioned, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye.